And this is the finished product. You can hear some kids playing across the street. Try to move slowly. I was able to get big improvement over what we had before. Shrubs trimmed. Shrubs. And sago palms cleaned up. Look like me, like I guess maybe if I shaved, but I'm not gonna do that. But other than that, those guys like they dressed up ready to go out. Here's the aftermath. Alright, she opted to save money. Let the city pick up the yard debris. That's what they're for. Trimmed up small shrubs here. Also, trimmed up the shrubs here next to the house. Cut them back from the house. Also, first cut, they haven't been cut in a while, so they'll look a little bit more shaped as they grow back and get trimmed some more. This was just a move-in and cleanup. They haven't had it cleaned up really well since they moved in. And here is the biggest part of the project, the backyard. Now, this wasn't a full rake every single leaf cleanup. It was more so focused on the sticks, which there were tons of sticks. But as you can see, this is a big difference from earlier today. Now it's actually a lawn. There's still some small little twigs, but they'll break down with the regular mowing. But you can definitely use the lawn. Now, one thing is whoever lived here before they moved in put this plastic under the ground everywhere. I guess they were trying to prevent weeds from coming through, but this is another example of why I don't use underlayment. It doesn't work, and then it leaves trash in your yard. Whereas if this was mulch, it would have just broken down and been a part of your yard. So I guess whoever lived here before they did thought it was a good idea to put plastic as an underlayment, and then I guess I don't know what they put out here. I guess, but whatever it was, it grew over. So it must have been mulch. I don't see any rocks. So anyway, trimmed this all back, just cleaned it up, got rid of all of the giant sticks. There's still several roots and some things that didn't need to get pulled up, but just wanted to get the surface to where she could use the backyard. She's got a couple big dogs, and it's just cleaned up. Palmetto shrubs, they look like they could go out too with the sago palms out front. Cleaned up, look much better. And all of the debris, giant sticks, have been removed. So now she can actually walk across the yard without getting tripped up and falling over. Initially she was going to relocate these shrubs here on the left, but I think she's gonna wait and figure out what the final design is gonna be. That is actually a pickle. All right. Again, this is another vantage point of this backyard, so you can get an idea of the potential. Now with it cleaned up, she will be able to really kind of get some creative ideas on what she wants to do with the final product. Check out Florida Pro Lawn Care on Google Plus, and check out some of the backyards that I've maintained, and you'll see some really cool landscaping designs. So just imagine what she'll put back here. She has some ideas. She wants to put a deck and some other cool stuff, so I think it'll look good when she's done with it. that's it. That's what happens when you call the pro. Florida Pro LawnCare.com. Thank you for watching. Share like fire is on your hair. Until the next time. Peace.